I will never forget that day when I first landed up at the temple. So for me, religion, faith, spiritual institutions, I respect all of that a lot. At the same time, I really don't think it's that really got me in.
Okay.
What got me in was good character of an individual that I first bumped into.
Yeah.
I went to the ISKON temple. This is in Pune.
And this is off a whim. You went to it.
I was invited. Somebody they called me to
Right.
go there. So
Okay.
I went there. And there was a gentleman who was a monk who had done his, I think his master's from Rice University in the USA, and he was a gold medalist and he's a monk. And there must be something that they've heard inside. They probably have said, I don't want to drown myself in the noise. Let me see if I can listen to my voice. Again, don't get me wrong. None of these accomplishments are wrong. I'm just saying those individuals heard their voice.
Yeah.
Right. So I went to see this gentleman again. And he wasn't there at that time. There's another guy, like a young guy. I asked him, is this gentleman here? He said, well, he's going to be away for another 3 hours. I said, well, I can wait for 3 hours. That's not a problem. He asked me, it was like around 11:30, 12-ish afternoon. He asked, have you taken lunch? I said, no. He said, would you like to take lunch? First I said, nahi, chalega. You know that nahi chalega means chahiye. When you're hungry and it's lunchtime, nahi chalega, chalega. Nahi, you can come and take. Nahi chalega, sir. Nahi, come please. So then I said, aap itna bol rahe to aa jaate. So he walked me into their dining area, and that's where they served their meals, their community kitchen meals. And the worst thing for me that day was every little thing in each one of their pots was over.
Okay.
There's not a single crumb left. And for him, it was a massive embarrassment too that I called him that, come and take a meal with us and there's nothing left. He said, there's enough time for you to wait, right? I said, yeah. He said, I'm very sorry the meal is over. I said, no, you don't have to say sorry, it's all right. He said, but I can cook a meal for you. The guy walked into the kitchen and cooked a meal for me. He cooked a paratha, some 1 or 2 parathas and some aloo sabji. I will never forget that day in my life. Who does that stuff? I'm a random guy walking there, just waiting to meet a gentleman, and this guy saying, come for the meal is already cooked for me. That matters to me more than everything else that everybody else professes. So I often say, live your life in such a way, the people who don't believe in God but know you will want to believe in God because they know you. This is one of my favorite quotes. It says, I don't care how much you know until I know how much you care.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you know until I know how much you care. And my very first interaction was that of humanity, was that of care, was that of genuine concern, was that of walking the extra mile, was that of doing something that he didn't need to do.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt very heartwarming, that I went again to that place. So that was my first interaction there at ISKCON.
Wow.